Hi, kia ora. I'm Paula Green and I'm going to read you a wee taste of my book, Wild Honey, Reading New Zealand Women's Poetry. The beautiful cover and back by Sarah Lang. And then this book. Afterward. Back in 2017, as the Northern Explorer headed back north, ascending snail-paced along curves and feats of engineering to the volcanic plateau, I reflected back on the poetry and the essay conference, whose poetic high points had refocused my thoughts on how and why I read and write poetry. I was on my way home with myriad questions. What do we crave as readers and writers? Is writing a way of piecing together or bursting apart what we see, think, and feel, of reviewing human relationships, an uneasy world, beauty, love, a sense of home? Do we write from a state of disquiet or joy, or somewhere along the spectrum in between? In order to write poetry, do we need darkness as much as we need light? I thought back to Joan Fleming's heart-moving conference talk and her need to be both cautious and attentive as she ventured into the space between cultures in Australia. I reflected on Anahera Gildea's talk in which she spoke of te reo Māori being a way of returning home, of writing being a way of moving between earth and sky. Is poetry writing a matter of survival, documentation, reaching into tough gaps, anxieties, pleasures, and prejudices? There is no formula for writing a poem, just as there is no formula for poetry criticism and readings. I write poetry with both joy and love, no matter the private obstacles, and it is on that basis that I have written this book. I write out of the land to which I was born, with acknowledgements to the first people. I write because of the women, past and present, who have sparked my poetic engagements, and with the hope that my engagement with the wild honey of their poetry, their fluency, fluidity, transformations and textures, will spark you to track down particular poets and to find your own avenues, bush tracks, and sky grazings through their writing. Thank you.